Hello YouTube and welcome. I am Davros and I am a Whovian, and yeah, this is the first video where it's not first and last reviews. No, this is the first theory I'm going to post on here. So, yes, as you've seen from the description and the intro, this is the called the Peter Cushing theory. So, as you know, Peter Cushing, there's been somewhat debates about Peter Cushing, how he should be counted as the Doctor and that. Well, here's one thing, right? This is the Doctor. This is Doctor Who. Okay, so in the 60s, 1965, a film came out called Doctor Who and the Daleks. Now, this was none other than just a remake of the 1963 serial The Daleks, where the Daleks first appeared. And then about a year later in 1966, we have the Dalek invasion of Earth 2150 AD. Again, a remake of the 1964 serial The Dalek Invasion of Earth. So, the Dalek So yeah, these were just none other than movie versions that were in colour of two of the popular Dalek serials at its time. And Peter Cushing does not count as the Doctor because, first of all, he's meant to be a replica, like a redo of... It's meant to be based on William Hartnell's Doctor, who of course was the Doctor at the time. The first film, Doctor Who and the Daleks, was was done long before the regeneration was for. In fact, no, just before the regeneration was, came about. So back there, so in that time, regeneration wasn't even a thing yet. 1966 was when the Doctor first regenerated, and yeah, so yeah, these films came out just before regeneration was introduced, and it wasn't even called regeneration back then. This was like an experimental thing to see how audience and that would react. Secondly, actors, different people playing the characters of Ian, Barbara and Susan. Like in the films, Susan is a younger girl that's not like 15, 16. Also, Barbara's like another granddaughter of the Doctor's, I don't know. And then there's Ian, who is like Barbara's boyfriend or something. And in the original TV show, as we all know, Susan is the Doctor's granddaughter, only she's a bit older, and Ian and Barbara are her science and history teachers. Okay, so now on to the theory. So first of all, Peter Cushing's Doctor. I have a theory on this, on how he can fit into this universe. He is actually the 10th Doctor as an elderly man. How is that? Well, here is the theory I got here. As you all know, the Series 4 finale in 2008, Journey's End, we all know that the episode before, as a cliffhanger, the Doctor began to regenerate, but then he channeled all his energy into that severed hand that he had cut off in the Christmas invasion, all that stuff. I won't bore you with that. And then, of course, in the episode, Donna's trapped in the TARDIS when the Daleks are destroying it, and then she touches it with the glowing regeneration energy the Doctor put in there, and it created like a replica of the 10th Doctor. Only as Donna got some of the Doctor's mind into her head, Time Lord Human Metacrisis, the Metacrisis Doctor had a lot of human qualities in him, like same memories and same features as the Doctor. He just had one heart and was more human. Also, it was explained that he's got the one life and he'll grow old and never regenerate, and he only has the one life. And then he ended up staying in the parallel Earth with Rose, and he could have that life that he could only wish he had with Rose. Now, here's what I'm here's the theory now. So, in the films, Doctor Who and the Daleks, Peter Cushing's Doctor Who has just has invented this new ship that he calls the TARDIS, his latest invention. Now, I think, well, now here's what happens, right? In a deleted scene of Journey's End, the 10th Doctor gives the Metacrisis Doctor a chunk of TARDIS so he can grow his own, telling him it could take thousands of years. But then Dr. Donna, she quickly explains that there is a quicker way of doing it, and yeah, they think never thought of that. So then they try it. Well, he tries it obviously, but it could take like I don't know, a couple of decades. So here's a theory on this: when we get to the Peter Cushing films, the Metacrisis 10th Doctor, he's grown old, he's aged, and stuff. I'm thinking because they're in a parallel world, what if fashion and stuff, and I don't know, maybe technology and that, kind of reverse? They go from like, I don't know, advanced to high to lowly advanced. I don't know. Well, look, here is this, right? It's a parallel Earth, and probably the 60s trend, was yet to be done or something. I mean, it never actually states that it's in 1965. So, what if the Metacrisis Doctor has been growing his TARDIS all these years, and he's grown old, and he's obviously had a family with Rose, and he's had a granddaughter that he's decided to call Susan, because like he said, he had the same memories in that as the Doctor and that. So thinking, what if this is like, the Metacrisis 10th Doctor as an elderly man, and I don't know, like say he's widowed because Rose is not in this. Rose Tyler wasn't even a thing back then. But yeah, what if Rose, she grew old and died and never got to see him finish his TARDIS growing or anything? That's my theory on this. So yeah, Peter Cushing is actually David Tennant's Metacrisis Doctor as an old man. What do you think to this theory? Do you think it makes sense? I mean, I tried to explain it the best way I can, but what about you? Let me know down in the comments below. Do you think this theory makes sense? Do you think it's a good theory? Does it make it better that I've given sort of an explanation for Peter Cushing's Doctor in this video and that? Let me know down in the comments below. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share with your friends. All my social media links are down below. So yeah, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. And until next time, run for your life.